up? And welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking all about 90 Day Fiance the other way. This is season 3, episode 5, and the title of this episode is Facing Fears. In this video, we're going to do a mashup with a lot of different couples, okay? The only couple we are going to be leaving out is Jenny and Sumit, but we will be talking about Ari and Binyam, Steven and Alina, Corey and Evelyn, Kenny and Armando, and Ellie and Victor. But before we get started, my besties, do your girl a big favor and give this video a big thumbs up, share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you will be notified on all future uploads coming from this channel. I do have my phone here. I will be reading from my notes. That's just how I roll around here. That way I can stay on topic and get out all these points that I want to discuss in regards to all these couples that we will be covering in this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. We're going to start off with Ari and Binyam. Now, Ari says that her and Binyam are working on making their relationship stronger. Now, she claims that, it was such a tumultuous, I think that was the word she used, time with Leandro being there, but she's the one that invited him. Okay, what I really think having Leandro there really exposed just how much work needed to be done with her and Binyam, that she had been pretty much brushing under the rug and acting like everything is okay when it's really not. So I think what it did was having that man there exposed all of the stuff that her and Binyam still need to work out. So in this episode, they go to experience the power of holy water, okay? And Binyam says that it heals people and healed his brother, and that's why he believes in it. Now, Binyam goes first into the holy water from head to toe, okay? He's rinsing himself in this holy water, and then Ari goes. Now, when Ari goes, there is a woman in this holy water, topless, assisting Ari in the water. Don't know who this woman is. Don't know if she's in charge of the whole holy water cleansing. I don't know what was going on, but the woman was straight up topless. And I was like, what in the world is going on? But I guess I don't know. Is it a cultural thing? I'm assuming. Now, when I seen that, I was just like, oh, okay, wow. She's pushing and turning Ari in the water, making sure Ari is getting it on the crown of her head. And it was just a lot going on. Now, they feel like doing this made them come together, made them closer, made them stronger. But I don't know. I think it's going to take a lot more to save this relationship. So comment down below your thoughts on Ari and Binyam. And we're going to move right along to Steven and Alina. Okay, so Alina is happy that Steven chose to stay in the apartment with her on the first night. And they have a legal consultation in this episode to find out information on getting married in Turkey and getting a Russian visa. Now, Steven is a very foolish young man. Very foolish young man. And if Alina was my daughter, I would not trust him with my daughter to take care of my daughter. The reason I say that is because he gets this bright idea in this episode to hitchhike to their destination. Okay, he says that it has not been his first time doing this, and it's very dangerous, especially when you're going to foreign countries and you're sitting up there sticking your thumb up hitchhiking. You don't know the person you're getting into the car with. And so Alina is very reserved in this episode, saying, he does a lot of crazy things. She wasn't sure about it, but she does do it. And she's like, I don't know how I feel about this. And he's like, I do it all the time. And if something is wrong, I'll let you know. Either roll the window down or open the door and roll out the car. So I feel like that's never a good idea. Like I said, especially while you are in a foreign country to be hitchhiking. But they do that. They could have gotten a taxi, or if he didn't have the money, I'm sure TLC, they're following him around and recording him, could have provided that. I mean, even TLC has a van, just like remember in one season with, I think it's Happily Ever After, how Tiffany got in the van and left with production. They got her home when Ronald decided to leave her. So it's that same situation. If he did not have the money to get a taxi, he should have made sure that the production crew provided some type of transportation for her, Alina and him, to get to where they needed to go. That's just my thoughts on that. Comment down below your thoughts on Steven. You know, there's a lot of different things. Like I think in the previous episode, you know, they shower, they get ready for their day, and they're headed out. She's dressed all pretty in her dress, and he's dressed decent. And then he decides, he was like, oh, there's a pool. You want to go for a swim? And he jumps in that pool with his clothes on. It's just like very immature. This kid, he's not showing me that he is ready to take on that leadership role and to be a husband. I just think that this is an adventure for him. And I don't think that he's truly serious, while this young lady has given up going to school. I mean, if I was her mom and her grandmother, I would have never allowed her to make this decision. This is just foolish. But comment down below your thoughts, and let's move right along to Corey and Evelyn. Now that Evelyn has told her sisters about her and Corey being married, she now needs to tell her parents. Now, in this episode, they head to her parents' home and break the news to them. Evelyn irritates me. And I say this all the time because I mean it. She irritates me. I can't believe that she said Corey convinced her to marry him because it was either that or he would have to leave the country. Now, he did not force her. She decided, everything is a choice, and she decided to go along with that. So it's like, to me, when she told her parents, it was like she was trying to place blame. Like, he convinced me to do this, and he pulled my arm, and I really didn't want to do it. And we all know that Evelyn doesn't do what she doesn't want to do. So I didn't like that. Now, her parents really like Corey, so they didn't have to keep their marriage a secret, in my opinion, because they really like him. So her parents are hurt at the fact that they didn't allow them to be a part of that moment. And after hearing her mom's reaction, she's not sure if it was the right thing to do by telling them. So she adds, now she feels trapped. Who stays in a marriage and takes this type of treatment? And I'm talking about Corey. Who stays in a marriage like this? Evelyn doesn't act like she loves the man or wants to be married to him. So I just don't understand what makes him want to stay. Do men like when you are like a complete butthole to them? Like when you are just really mean and act like you don't care or don't like them? Do men like that stuff? Because why is he continuing to stay with somebody who treats him like he's like so small? I don't know. So it seems like she only took him back so that he wouldn't be happy with someone else, because once she probably saw Jenny, the girl that he started dating in Peru, she probably was like, oh, there's no way. So maybe she just took him back so that he wouldn't be happy with someone else, and plans to just continue to use him for whatever it is that she might need or want. Now, I'm surprised that Corey is still referring to Raul as his best friend or like his closest friend, because we all remember Raul and all the drama that was going on with them in one season. Now, after Corey and Raul surf together, Corey tells him what he's been keeping from Evelyn. Corey says things with Jenny were serious and they were going to move in together. Corey even met Jenny's family. So this is the information that he did not tell Evelyn. Corey is foolish because he should have stayed with Jenny and divorced Evelyn, because she doesn't even want to be married for real. Evelyn doesn't even want to be married for real. And one of her reasons for keeping their marriage private is so if she wasn't happy, that she could divorce him in secret and her family not know, because her family is against divorce. It doesn't matter. They're just not with it. So I'm very curious to know your thoughts on Corey and Evelyn. Let's move on to Kenny and Armando. Now, for Kenny and Armando, it's the second day of them visiting Armando's family. Now, he was supposed to tell his family about the engagement and wedding, but he didn't do so. So in this episode, he goes to the garden. He goes to a garden with his mother and tells her. His mother hasn't told Armando's father about the engagement. Now, it's very hard for his mom to process that Armando will be getting married again, but this time it will be to a man. Now, very emotional, his mother tells him that she accepts him, but Armando doesn't feel that she is happy for him. After talking to his mom, Armando decides that he needs to be the one to talk to his dad instead of leaving it to his mother to do so. Now, Armando's father tells him that he doesn't pay attention to how he lives, his personal life, and he tells him that he can't give him a quick response about going to the wedding, being there to support him, because he needs to analyze and think things through. Armando says that the very first time his mother told his father that he was interested in men, the father took him somewhere and they sat in the car and it was basically silent. No words were said, no conversation went down. And so that was basically it. So, this was a very tough, I'm sure, situation for him because he just wants to be accepted by his parents and he wants them to be there to support him and Kenny for their wedding. So comment down below your thoughts on Kenny and Armando. And let's go ahead and move to our last couple, which is Ellie and Victor. So we all know that Ellie and Victor are in Providencia together. They're finally together and have decided to go back to the island to take supplies to his sister. So much destruction, okay? They describe this island as now being dark, adding it used to be lively and green. Now, Ellie is shocked, but I think that this is a wake-up call that leaving her home and her business would be a huge mistake. It's a wake-up call, but of course she won't see it that way. Now, Providencia has nothing to offer. Ellie and Victor end up making it to his sister's. They have to take a boat, and I don't know the total of hours that they were on that boat, but it was like 8+ hours. They make it to the sisters with supplies, and his sister is now at a refugee home because her house is completely destroyed. What do you all think of this couple so far? Leave a comment down below. It's just hard for me not to say that he's using Ellie. I really do. I feel like he's using her because she goes there and I know it's natural. Anyone, like if you had a family member and they had a flood or something happen, and if you went to visit them, it's only natural you would bring them something. But I think in this situation, they are seeing that this woman is well off, or feel this woman is well off, and they are going to take advantage of that situation. They're milking her. So comment down below your thoughts on what you think of this couple so far. Do you think it's real love? Do you think that Victor is just using her? Do you think that he truly loves her? I'm very curious to know what you think. Now, Ellie and Victor drive to what would have been their home. They are surprised to see that there hasn't been much damage to the house, but the surrounding homes weren't so lucky. I think his mom's home and his uncle's home, or grandfather, one of those, their homes are completely destroyed. Theirs, however, is still pretty decent. For the most part, their home did hold up. So I'm very curious to know what you thought all about these couples in this mashup for 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. This is season 3, episode 5 that we talked about. And the episode title is Facing Fears. Comment down below your thoughts. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you will be notified on future uploads coming out this week. And as always, my besties, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.